Hey guys, welcome to the Friday wrap. It's a pretty miserable, rainy Friday on the Gold Coast, but we're getting it done today. All right, last week was great. We talked about how you can make some, sound choices and reduce your home loan by about 7 years. And one thing I didn't talk about was how much money you're going to save in doing so. So I'm going to revisit last week and I'm going to take it one step further. Now, I have done one like this before, so apologies if you think, hang on a minute, Jace, you've already done this. But I got so much positive feedback last week just from the simplified version. I'm like, hang on a minute, I'm going to extend it and show you how to do even better. And you wait, I'm going to blow you away. All right. One thing I did last week was assumed a number for a home loan. I said, let's say you've got a $500,000 home loan. I just like round numbers. I round everything up to, even nice, big, large round numbers. This morning, I'm like, you know what? I better go and check what an average home loan is. And what do you know? The average mortgage hits $500,000 exactly. I told you I have a thing about numbers. $500,000 as interest rates supercharge the property market. Anyway, enough about me and my numbers. Let's have a look at a recap of last week. $500,000 loan. A few years ago when you took it out, you're paying 4%. The repayment, $2,500 a month, 27 and a half years left on your loan. Great. The interest rates go and drop. The banks go and drop their interest rates. Remember I said, they don't want you to be on a loan which is a shorter term. They want you in there as long as possible because they're all about making money for themselves, not for you. And that's why I said, stuff the banks. They're not looking out for you or your best interest. So your rates reduce, your repayments reduce to about $1,970. So you've got $570 a month more that you go spend on lollies. That keeps the economy going because remember, that's why we said that the government reduces the interest rates to stimulate the economy because your repayments reduce and all you know what to do is spend all of your money. And that's what you go and do. Everyone's happy except you. So what we've said is maintain the same repayments, $2,500 at that 2% interest rate. You're going to pay your loan off in 20 years and a little bit. You're going to save 7.2 years, and you're going to save $216,000 in interest, right? That's money that you've now got that you wouldn't have had if you gave it to the bank. But what about if we took that one step further and you said, well, I was in this term for 27 and a half years. What if I kept doing that for the next 7.2 years? What if you invested that $2,500 a month? It would turn into $269,000 future dollars, which is $154,000 in today. So that's why I say, how does 7 years and $370,000 sound? Pretty good. All you've done is nothing. You've maintained the same repayments. You've not done anything. You've saved 7 years and $370,000. Let's take it one step further. Most people have a home loan, have a car loan, have an overdue credit. Maybe not most people, but lots of people do, right? So the $500,000 loan is exactly the same. But bloody hell, Bob and Mary, whoever this example's about, they got a $25,000 car loan. Interest rate 6%, they're paying $600 a month. 3.9 years, they're going to have it paid off. They went overseas 2 years ago, because no one went anywhere last year, and they still owe $10,000 on the crazy good holiday they had. And that's on a credit card, right? 19% interest, they're paying $500. They've still got 2 years to go. Now, one thing I know about Bob and Mary, whoever I just said we're talking about, is they've got a capacity to pay $2,500, $3,100, $3,600 a month in repayments. $3,600. What are we going to do? We're going to consolidate all the debt because they've got equity in their home and maintain those same repayments. So again, we're not about reducing the repayments. We want to maintain the repayments because I'm looking at their situation going, well, you guys can afford to pay $3,600 a month. Let's do that, because what will happen is in 2 years' time, they're going to pay out this loan. And what are they going to do? They're going to go buy more lollies, or they're going to rack up their credit card because they don't have good habits, automation, and discipline. The whole purpose of what we're trying to do here is give them good habits, automation, and discipline. Same thing when they pay the car loan off. The $600, they're going to go buy more lollies, more junk, more things they don't need. They're just going to spend their money because the life that they've been living, the habits that they've got, is just to spend everything they earn. So if they've got $3,600 a month that they can afford now to allocate towards debt reduction, that's where it's going to stay. So the interest rates have dropped from 4% to 2%, same as the last example. They've now got a $535,000 loan. 500, 25, 10, 535. The repayments, 3,600. If they maintain the 3,600 repayments against that loan, 14 years is what they're going to take to pay off their home. Remember I said last week, you need to make decisions based on the knowledge of your future self. If you can have your home loan paid off in 14 years, not 27 years, you get to 14 and a quarter years down the track. You imagine the next month if you still had 13 years to go, but hey, I've got a whole heap of lollies, you're a bit of a goose. So they've paid their home loan off because they've built good new habits, good new discipline, good new automation, all of that stuff, and they are debt free. But again, what happens if they went and invested that money? Because now they've just got $3,600 a month that they don't need to spend somewhere. Well, they go and invest it. First of all, they save $250,000 in interest and 13 years. They go and invest that money at 7% after fees and taxes, maybe a bit high, but let's just roll with it for the moment. $897,000 future dollars, which is $514 in today's dollars. Okay, $250,000 interest saved, $500,000 in today's dollars wealth they've generated, 13 years and $765,000. And what have they done? Nothing. They've just consolidated their debt, maintained the repayments. They were doing it anyway. They're now just doing it better. Okay, so you see all this stuff about, hey, pay your house loan off quick, do this, do that. It doesn't have to be hard. There's no gimmicks. I'm here to tell you how to do it. Yeah, if you want to, let's run through your scenario. Let's look at your numbers. Let's see what's possible and let's get it happening. You want to be doing this stuff because later on, you're going to be grateful that you did. All right, guys, I get excited about this stuff. I'm going to let you go now. Hope you have a great Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.